CNN ain't see none of my friends. Swag gave me the blues, they never walked in my shoes. They want us living in fear, it ain't what I'm trying to hear. Switched it over to Fox, kept clicking, I barely stopped. New guests on NBC, no one that represent me. So I got tired of waiting, sit master debate. Give me some headlines, it must be past bedtime. Sleeping on me still like I ain't vitamin D for real. Rep your city, play devil's advocate. Wayne Brady gon' have to smack a bit. Tell me something good, a recipe for success. Give me some timeline, shop session and flight deck. Hey, P, what's next?
Bueno. This your nigga C.O.D. the Cater boy. Music just spilling from my soul. Welcoming you to Gimme Some Headlines, Season 3, Episode 86. In the mix. We call it Politics. You know what I'm talking about? One alias shouty. Always keeping it naughty. Psych, it's David Anthony, cause I be writing books. Tossing it to my nigga P, cause he gonna help y'all recover after I leave you niggas. Shook. P, talk to the people, man, on this lovely Monday afternoon. Here you talking about?
You know how I do. I make beats so my dog can cook. Cause he be writing all these hooks. And ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. It's your dog, P. Henry Trotter the Fourth, aka Home Run Trot, aka Chef P. Like I told you in the beginning, and we gonna go 3 alias shorty today. And you know I gotta end that thing with your grandma's favorite house guest. Porque that boy got manners. What it do, man? How you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling fantastic, man. And for the initiated who know a real player move when you see one, you may have noticed by now that my dog P background, it ain't just TPC sawgrass or some beautiful hole on a course every week. It actually has a little bit of significance. And this right here is what we're going to call a teaser. Y'all here, give me some questions at gmail.com if you could tell us what, where, and why is P's background every week. And yes, it is different, but the answer is the same. On that note, P, can you give the people a little something about how you be moving on the weekend? And that right there is what they call an Easter egg, man. How was your weekend this weekend, G?
It was good, man. We had
what you get into, cuz?
Bachelor party this weekend, bruh.
Start it up. Fliggity.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, man. A little impromptu. Hold on. I keep a light up in there. Because I be lighting my candles.
Yeah.
Mahogany, teak wood.
I knew it was a teak wood. That's that boy Candle. He not playing with y'all. He be on them teak woods. I walked in the house, said, "But what that smell is?" He said, "Nigga, you already know. Don't ask me that. It ain't Saint the Sinner. That's the puppet." Nah. He said it ain't Saint.
Yeah,
that ain't what
trying
you smelling.
Trying to get this smell up out of here. But yeah,
what y'all get into, man? Y'all got into maximum debauchery, or y'all did some real low key, real player. Knowing you, I'm gonna get secret option number B.
Yeah, man, it was real low key. Hadn't drank in 3 months, so it was the first time I drank. Within 30 minutes of me saying, "All right, I'm a drink today," I had consumed 3 drinks, so I was out of there quickly. But we got a party bus, started at my homie house. Stopped at a couple of old bars, like back from the old neighborhood when we used to, from the Youth days. Had a couple of drinks at each one of them. And then we went on to
and the Youth occupants, the
homie. We went over to East River 9, which is a par 3. It's like what was the name of the one we went over there to? Is it Candler Park?
You goddamn right it is.
Candler Park. So it's a
right off
par 3.
McClendon and It's one street up from Oakdale. I don't know what the fuck street is actually on, but you ride up McClendon until you see hole 1 on your right. That's how you get to Candler Park.
So we got one of those joints here now. So we played the 9 holes. I played terribly. I was out of there, bro. I couldn't see the ball. Went back to my homie house, watched everybody got ready for dinner. We watched
I can ask you a personal question.
Yeah.
Are you and your future betrothed abstaining leading up to the wedding?
No.
None of my business, but thank you for answering without any trepidation or any hesitation. That's gangster shit. The only reason I ask is because if you ain't golfed in a minute and you get out there strong, get fucked, you know what I'm saying? Nigga P got the blue ball trying to hit them white balls. That bitch going to the left.
To the left. To the left. Everything was to the left.
Yeah.
Almost
Go ahead and pack your bag as tightly as you want to. It ain't going where you want it to.
Yeah, man. We went to dinner. Dinner was crazy. It was real good. But that's when the existential question of
don't bear the lead, nigga. We love food around here. What did you order?
Yeah. I ordered the Texas redfish with the oak grilled shrimp and lump crab on top of that shit with a bienville sauce. That shit was fire. I got
sounds
broccolini.
Sexy, but you gotta educate me. Texas redfish. Is that a specific cut? Is that a specific fish pulled out the water, or is that the name of the fish?
It's pulled off of the coast of down there in Galveston.
Oh damn! So
that's
the species. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Tell me more. What you were about to say about them sides?
The sides, I got broccolini. They just ordered a bunch of sides for like the table. So me and the homie, big homie, he got a steak.
I love the way we eat as grown folks. It's so much better than how we used to go out and eat as kids.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, not like kids with parents, but young niggas on that. Man, I had the such and such, and I had the. That is not the way you go out, bro. I love being grown. I love this shit.
Like everybody was like, and there was a discussion had before, like, hey, we all gonna. It was the discussion had. Like we was like, we gonna order some shit, and then we just all gonna break it up, and everybody's like, cool, because I'm trying to try everything. So like everybody was like, most folks got like different cuts of steak. So you had cats get bone-in ribeyes, you had cats get New York strips, you had cats get like other shit, and
I'm telling you, bro. And for the cats,
I want some of that, I want some of that, I want some of that. And
understand that rising tide raise all boat shit. That turned into how your group move as soon as it's possible. It ain't everybody got this. Nah, nigga. I don't give a fuck. The bill come back in at 500. I said 100 on the table. I don't care if it's 10 niggas. And then I know the bill gonna get paid and the tip gonna be nice. And I know that more than cover my piece. Like that's how niggas are moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you could come and not have it. The bill gonna get taken care of. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I love my motherfucking circle, bro. The health, the happiness, the shirt off my back, food off my plate type of love. Like the universe done blessed the hell out of nigga, bro.
Yeah. This shit was fire, man.
What's the climax? What's the crescendo of the night, man? You done laid it out perfectly. What's the? I know everybody told somebody this story from the night. It's a green light. It's okay to be retold, and it will fire. Where that moment at? And I know it had to be one.
The existential question of the night was, is gumbo soup? And it became an argument that lasted the entire dinner. Is gumbo soup?
You got Bay niggas, you got Atlanta niggas, you got Texas boys. Was there any New Orleans people in the building to have the final say?
I was the closest person to it because of my lady being from Louisiana.
I'm gonna let you be the devil's advocate. Be both sides of the argument. Let me know how it went.
So it was. The argument was: is it a soup or is it a stew? Now, stew wasn't brought up until later on, but from the soup side, I said it was soup because the base is roux and stock, and that's most soups are stock based. But roux it depends on where there's a wide range of roux. and it can be like a thicker substance, or it's kind of like barbecue sauce from Memphis and barbecue sauce from North Carolina. Barbecue sauce from North Carolina is more vinegar based, so it's more liquidy.
Acidity.
Yeah. And then you have barbecue sauce from Memphis.
Tomatoes, and that's what changed the consistency of it, because tomatoes is a natural paste when it's mashed.
Mm-hmm.
And the acidity of that vinegar is what make that South Carolina barbecue sauce a little bit more spreadable.
And so I was of the ilk. I was in the soup group. The guy next to me was in, like, it was probably split half.
Thank you. That's what I was waiting to figure out, what camp you was in.
Yeah, I was in the soup group.
We Gryffindor. The
and
good
then,
guys. Shouts out to Harry Potter.
The more we talked about it,
who was Slytherin? Who the hell was talking about it's not soup?
My dog Paul.
What he call it?
He called it a stew. He called it a stew because stews are, so you got,
because I feel like stew is like a square being a rectangle. Stews are soups.
It's the consistency,
but a soup is not a stew. You see what I'm saying? Like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle ain't a square necessarily.
And so, bro, we even got the fucking wait staff into the argument.
Fucking what's that New England shit? Bisque and clam chowder. Mm-hmm. What about the bisque though? I feel like a bisque is almost a stew, because especially when they put them clams in that bitch.
But that's a thing. A bisque is a thing on its own.
A bisque a thing?
A bisque is a thing. And so the climax, I was like, and Paul came up with a great point. He was like, if you went up to who makes the best gumbo in your family? I was like, rest in power, my Aunt Lillian. If you had ever went up to Aunt Lillian, he was like, Aunt Lillian, that was some great soup. She would slap the hell out of you, would she not? And I was like, you make a great point. But she would also slap the fuck out of me if I told her this was a great stew. So the consensus we came to was, gumbo is none of that shit. It's like bisque. Gumbo is in a class of its own. Because I would always say, Aunt Lillian, that gumbo was bunking. I wouldn't say stew. I wouldn't say soup.
That's what
consensus.
If that's what I was trying to figure out. What did you choose in between? Is gumbo or soup? If most niggas was yelling,
I chose soup.
Gumbo is gumbo. But if it was like, is it a soup? Is it a pot pie? Is it like, what is it a pot pie without a top, without a crust? Like, that's what I was trying to figure out. What were the different categories and how did you paint the lines? Because the thing that make it a soup for me is the ingredients float. What makes something a sandwich is it's surrounded by bread.
Yeah.
That simple to me. A hamburger is a sandwich to me. It is a beef sandwich.
When you finish the gumbo, what do? It's usually probably in some rice. And then there's like the soupiness.
If you put rice or bread with it, that thing a soup.
It's a soup.
You feel me?
And at the end of it, I'm scooping
a Mexican pizza is not like a pizza, but bread over tomato sauce and cheese is a pizza, so they call it a Mexican pizza, bruh.
Yeah, I actually had one of them motherfuckers last night.
They could easily make a pizza like Italians make it, crust flipped in everything, and flavor it with Mexican-inspired seasoning, and it look exactly like a regular pizza.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't be a Mexican pizza.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to see, how crazy you nigga got as far as painting the lines. Because when I go soup, I be like, 1, do you cook it in the pot? 2, do the shit that's the best part of it float.
Yeah.
Is the stock the centerpiece, or is it a conduit to make sure everything tastes like everything? You feel me? And then this the thing that made it crazy. Mama Louisiana, I ain't gonna say her name, but Mama Louisiana, a chick I used to talk to, would show her ass on me if I put anything other than shrimp, sausage, and I think if I put anything other than them two in it, she would yell at me, bruh. So what is okay? So now that we done heard the conversation, let's have it for the community. What make a gumbo a gumbo? What's okay to put in your gumbo? Hit the people with a sexy recipe, and then we gonna move to the second half of the flight deck.
When it comes to this was the kicker. Before we moved to that, this was the kicker. We got the wait staff involved. The sommelier said it wasn't a soup, but the waitress who deal with the food, the sommelier did with wine. He don't know what the fuck you talking about, in my opinion. But the waitress, she said that it was a soup. But they got me a dessert at the end of the night, and they brought it out on this big ass board. It was like a couple of different like cakes and shit like that with ice cream and stuff and with fruit and shit. And it had "Congratulations, Fred. Gumbo isn't soup." And that shit was funny. it made everybody laugh. But what's okay to put in gumbo? Shrimp, sausage, chicken, crab. Those are the 4 things that are like meat-wise that are okay to go in there.
Okay, so if it got claws and swim, nothing that got hooves.
Nothing that got hooves, yeah. So like, okay. Yeah, that beef wouldn't go in there. Yeah, just I mean, yeah, you can put beef in there because I've definitely had, beef sausage in there. Definitely had chicken sausage.
But beef sausage, you ain't have no pork tenderloin. You ain't had no beef brisket. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? You ain't dropped nothing in the slow cooker, pulled it out the bone and dropped it in there. You feel me? That ain't what go in gumbo. They're gonna change the taste pattern.
A Texas gumbo with brisket in it sound like having that.
Anything with brisket sound like, you know what I'm saying? If I pick the bone up and I'm missing meat, I'm ready to eat. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Moving right along. My mind playing tricks on me. And sometimes when you listen to music, we all been in them predicaments. Well, we don't know what the fuck was just said. And what's crazy is we all got them songs where none of us know what the fuck is going on and we all rejoicing, singing different shit. Young Thug gave the world this through some of how he do stuff. If you were late to the party or born in the 2000s and your mama wasn't letting you listen to that type of shit at the time that he was rising, go back and listen to Slime Season 2. It is a pinnacle piece of his work. If every year is a season, that's one of the seasons where he won a championship ring. It is up there with the one that had that she suck on that dick on that call her dickhead. Ooh, I forget the name of that whole project, but that was one of them ring moments. And the one where everything was named after an artist. He had Kanye West, Riri, Wyclef Jean, Jeffrey. Yeah, it's one of them Jeffrey level projects that defined evolution of his sound. And then once he had like perfected that part of his sound, he started giving us other shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, shouts out to a quick nigga, horses don't stop, they keep going. What's the name of that? What am I trying to call it? Give me some second line for Young Thugger, man. Free Thugger. We finna play some Slime Season after I play this, leading into the next segment because it's on my mind now. But yeah, this right here surprised me because I've never misheard this song until this nigga caused my mind to play tricks on me, and I'm pretty sure he about to cause your mind to do the same thing. Look at how easily the mind could be tricked.
Bro, you know that song from T.I. and Rihanna, "Live Your Life"? You know, on the chorus, Rihanna goes, "So live your life." Hey, is it "I'm a paper chaser" or is it "I'm a big fucking slut"? Live your life. We did it again. 'Cause I'm a paper chaser. Live my life.
Tell me you heard it.
I did. That's insane. How did I hear that? That's not
funny.
Close
your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Let me know when you got them closed.
They closed.
I'ma just play it.
Live your life. We did it again. 'Cause I'm a paper chaser.
You heard it the right way then, didn't you?
I know. I heard it. I'm a big fucking slut.
Okay. That's interesting because for me, when I close my eyes, I can hear it the right way again, bro.
Wow.
I just tossed it to you for your thoughts on that, because when I was scrolling through and it dropped on my man on what I was on TikTok, I think was the social media I was on, collecting videos to see if there was something interesting for the flight deck, and bing bang, boom, I'm a big fucking slut.
This is blue dress, white slut. I mean, white slut. This is blue dress, white dress. Remember that shit? Like, what color?
What song that's from?
It ain't a song. Remember that shit? Like, what people was seeing. Some people were seeing a blue dress, and some people were seeing a white dress. Like that shit was.
How does the mind do that, bro? Yeah. Anybody listening, let us know and give me some questions at gmail.com. That's GIMMESOME questions at gmail.com. You feel what I'm saying? We just interacted with the audience. We're gonna start doing audience questions going in the next week. Yeah, man. I had to drop that on you, G. That was crazy times, crazy talk for me. You feel me?
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Can I do you a favor?
Only if you give me some headlines. Jodeci, ooh yeah.
Now, these headlines come to you straight from the source. Give me some headlines where we remix headlines. And these headlines I got for you this week are very interesting. Headline number uno. How you gonna act like that? Headline number dos. Not so sweet lady. Headline number trace. These are the sounds of love breaking. Headline number quattro. What am I gonna do? Which headline you want?
What was the second one again?
Random. Not so sweet lady.
Let's go with, and what's the first one?
How you gonna act like that?
Let's go with number one.
I need you to tell me which headline you want by getting it to me.
How you gonna act like that?
All four headlines bring you the same story. And this story, ooh, it's a doozy, man. I'm gonna play the video.
I saw a
screenshot.
I saw a screenshot of this on Jay shit, and I was wondering where it came from. I'm so glad that it's now showing up, and I get the context.
How did we meet? Slid in the DMs.
Yeah.
We linked up.
He wasn't my type at all. My type was actually Paul Walker recipes. But he wasn't my type at all. And my type is not white. I'm just saying I was more interested in
touch me.
Paul. And
don't touch me.
And even when I met him, I was like, he's kind of old. I just like his smile. It's pretty cool.
This one
his
really
personality.
bad.
His personality.
This just went really bad, really fast.
His personality was okay, but
I'm getting off live.
He didn't understand the Instagram model thing, so he would always talk down.
So you wanted the homie, models. You didn't want me.
I never said I wanted the homie. I just said he was cuter.
You said I'm old.
Mm-hmm. You know all this already. I wasn't your type either, so relax. And yeah, so now we're here. It's like an actual somewhat love story, which is crazy. I didn't know that
Yeah.
No.
I'm done.
No,
don't touch me.
Don't put on this.
How did we meet?
Mm-hmm.
I chose the right one. He gonna act like that.
Bruh. And for anybody who don't understand what was happening with them motherfucking headlines, I gotta get the people this. P, go ahead and talk to the people about how you feel. I am perfectly okay with anybody who is not a fan of Tyrese and had no idea what the fuck was happening with the headlines. But His biggest hits are "How You Gonna Act Like That," and then "Not So Sweet Lady, Would You Be Mine?" And these are the signs of love breaking. You feel what I'm saying? And then what am I go? Life imitate art. You hear what I'm telling you?
Dog,
You feel what I'm saying?
that is pure.
We good at this shit.
That
Give
is
me some
pure.
headlines. I don't know if y'all realize it or
She
not,
broke
but
that man down, G. Like every
We will
time
cut
she
back
said
to the
something
footy.
else.
we
Oh
will
my
cut back to the footy
God.
for a replay and a breakdown of the footage. We're gonna go in depth, but the clip was about 1.5 minutes. I'm gonna toss it to you, man. You got about 2.5 minutes, your thoughts, and then we're gonna get back into the footy, brother.
The most memorable part was about when he tossed it to her and she went into her.
Tossed it. She cut him. My bad. We're gonna go to the footy. Go ahead.
When she took the mic and she started talking about her second or third point, he went to put this, whatever that is, in his mouth. And the look on his face, she had broke him completely.
It's
And he
that
was just
look.
trying to
I done
hold it
had
together
that
'cause he was on
feeling,
live.
y'all. It's
He
when
was
you
on
about to
live.
eat something and there's no way in hell you gonna taste it because your mouth filling with that saline, that salt water, because your mouth crying so your eyes don't. You know what I'm talking about? That nigga was crying through his cheeks, bro.
He was
Matter of
crying,
fact,
bro.
we gonna keep talking about it, but we gotta get back into the footy, bro. Cause this shit has so many motherfucking elements to it that I need people to
Gems.
really see this shit, bro.
Gems. And she
Bruh.
a baddie too. And he was just hurt.
How you gonna act like that, sweet lady? These are the signs of love breaking. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know what he gonna do next. Cause this,
Bruh,
my
we
goodness.
just gonna play this bitch with no sound so you can see what happened, bruh. First of all, slid in the DMs. Said what's up. Yep, I ain't like him at all. I was actually more into his partner, Paul Walker. He didn't slide into my DMs.
Right here,
So I had to settle for what I could get. He say don't touch me right there. Now, ladies, for any one of y'all watching, I think it's very straightforward and common sense what should be done when a human being says don't touch me. He says don't touch me. I ain't even gonna say shit. P, just watch the rest of the video right after he says don't touch me.
Oh. You go and make it even worse than it. Yeah, that whole
Her hands never leave this
never
motherfucker.
leave it.
He tries to remove her hands multiple times and she lean in. He eat that, he say, I can't even taste this shit. Yeah, I'm about to, yeah, this just went really bad. Fuck it. I'm just about to get off
It
live.
fell out his hand, bro.
She covered the nigga mouth because she knows she can hear it in his voice. She spent time with this nigga. She know what that tone of voice mean. She like, oh man, this about to be terrible. Don't stop this video. I don't want to have a non-recorded witness conversation. You feel me? But I'm gonna just run back through it, bro. At the end, bro, I'm gonna play the end before I play the beginning, bro. I don't even think she hear how this shit sound. Listen to the last thing she says.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm done.
No.
No, don't touch me.
Don't put out this.
How did we meet? How did we meet?
Don't cut off this camera.
Don't cut out this camera.
What? Bro, I was just running back through.
And she was holding his hands too. Oh man, that ain't
Give the
it.
people to play by play. I need you to
man.
talk through the video, Pete, and then I'm gonna run back through it and we're gonna go back for the wrap up. But I need you to talk through your thoughts. I'm gonna turn the audio on it down just a little bit. Give us the play by play, Pete. Tell us what
Oh
happened.
man, here we go.
Slid in the DMs.
Yeah.
He's so excited.
He wasn't
Proud of
my
himself.
type at all. My type is actually Paul Walker recipes.
Now
But he wasn't my type at all.
he was about
And my
to get
type
into
is
his
not
shit.
white. I'm just
Don't-
saying I
don't.
was
Now he
white.
angry. Like he
Don't
angry.
touch me.
He on live. There's nothing he can do about
Don't touch me.
because he know everybody done seen it, and now he horribly
When I
embarrassed.
met him, I was like,
And he really trying. Like that camera's on. Like he. Oh man, let me just go to what I gotta finish this cookie. I gotta finish it, man.
This one
His
really
Like my dog said, he can't taste it.
personality
This
was-
just went really bad, really
his
fast.
Cookie fell
personality was
apart.
Okay, but
I'm
Just
getting
like they
off
love
live.
he didn't understand the Instagram model
He wanna cry.
thing, so he would always
wanna
talk
cry.
down
So
on
you
his
wanted
He
to own
forgot the
it,
cookie was
you
even in his
didn't
mouth.
want
Then he went to go
He said,
chew
"I
it some
wanted
more.
to own it."
Shawty
I'm
really
old.
trying to keep him at bay right now, like trying to keep his muscles relaxed. She can feel him tensing up. She tell him relax.
Yeah.
'Cause she,
And now we're here. It's like
and he hurting, like y'all, he hurting so bad.
It's crazy.
He keep trying to chew. He, like I can't taste shit. He might have caught COVID.
No.
Yeah.
I'm done.
No.
He called
Put
Kobe
on
from the
the
conversation. Bruh, I'ma run it back play by play with no sound. Beautiful breakdown, bro. Peak game though.
How did we meet?
Mm-hmm.
Slid in the DMs. We linked up.
He wasn't my type at all.
Boom. That's when the poo hit his face. Wasn't my type at all. Then she tell him, "Yo, partner was my type," and that's when it's like, "Oh damn, it get worse."
It's up.
He like, "No, stop touching me right now. I don't want to feel this shit leak from you into me. Stop touching me." Boom. She touch him again. She touch him again. He try to move her hand. She touch his face. Then she keep going because she hasn't dug the hole deep enough. Silence is golden, and Shawty said, "I'm trying to go platinum." She hitting this nigga with the hits. You feel what I'm saying? This is Usher Raymond confessions. This is shit he never wanted to know, but this nigga like, "Stop playing. You serious? Tell me how you know." This nigga going through so many emotions. You know what I'm saying? And when I say emotions, that's when a man do a whole lot of stuff that says exactly something, but you have to speak the language of body to know what's going on. But all niggas know every thought he having right now. And it's tearing this nigga's soul apart. Like the nigga mustache just got 1/8 inch thicker by what she just did to this nigga. And the last thing I want to say on my end, and then I toss it to my brother P for his closing thoughts,
Oh man.
is on a serious note. Tyrese Gibson, I want to come to you as a brother. Because me, I care about addiction. And if anybody who had given us this much art, film, music, comedy over 3 decades, fuck they life up every couple of years on cocaine, we begged them to quit. We'd pray for them. We'd hope they found rehab, something that was an alternative. Tyrese, I need you to give up Instagram Live, man. This is a plea from Gimme Some Headlines. What do you want from me? To give up Instagram Live. From Gimme Some Headlines, we beg of ye. Give Instagram Live the fuck up. How you gonna act like that? P?
I honestly hope he don't. This brought so much joy to my life, bro. Like, I mean, you did it to yourself. Like you said, bro. Like, if anybody's gonna cause destruction, if your life is gonna be destroyed, you should be the person to do it. He did.
Yeah, you built it. He built the
it.
legacy. He might as well be the one who fuck it up.
Rome wasn't built in a day, and Roman is his character from Fast and the Furious. Rome wasn't built in a day, but how long it take to tear it
That
down?
might be the name of the episode. But P,
Yeah.
can I do you a favor?
Following next segment, the only thing you can do is give me some headline.
Brethren,
Yeah.
headline number uno.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson is responsible for the MCU. Rest in peace.
You can read the other one, so we go on with that one.
What do Jonathan Majors and Latrell Sprewell have in common? No response. We going with the first one. You did?
I'm dead.
He said you can read that one. I know the format of the show, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? God dang.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let your effort go to waste.
Hey y'all, Jonathan Majors out here choking white women, y'all, in public. The thing that him and Latrell Sprewell got in common is they choked a white person in public, and we all think that you should make better decisions than that. We ain't saying you can't choke one, but in public, dog, that's wild. That's redonkulous, some would say. But he said he innocent, man, and I pray his lawyer do a good job of proving it. Moving on. My dog P said, Michael Jackson responsible for the MCU?
Yeah. I've been consuming a lot of MCU lately, so I gotta.
Let's listen to Pop talk about something that happened prior to a very large event that you are familiar with in Michael Jackson's story. But what you aren't familiar with is what he was up to right before it happened.
About a plan to buy Marvel, the comic business, back in 2001 or 2, I think it was. Let's listen to this.
We could easily go into Universal and buy. We would own Jaws, E.T., Close Encounters, all the classics from Universal. Own all of that stuff. That will allow us to do a channel. Part of the Marvel channel can be not only the Marvel characters, but Marvel films, like the catalog. We could do anything we want, from restaurants to retail, theme parks.
Now, you actually got the financing in place, I believe, for this deal. Then came the scandal court cases, and it all got put on the back burner. Disney ended up buying Marvel and doing exactly what Michael had predicted and making a fortune at it. Tell me about this.
That was the second part,
I think, about a plan to buy
Iron Man, the first film in the Disney evolution of the MCU, 2008. 6 years after they had already put the financing in place to purchase it and start to do exactly what the fuck Michael Jackson had described. They bought the deal he negotiated with Marvel. At that point in the MCU, all they had done is sell their properties to other film studios. Fox had gotten X-Men, and it is why they still reboot it to this day. Because unless they release one every 5 years, the rights revert back to Marvel. That's why you get a Wolverine. That's why you get a Deadpool. That's why you get a new X-Men First Class. Because all they have to do is do something with the X-Men intellectual property and they keep it. Same thing go for Sony and Spider-Man. It is why they had to negotiate with Marvel and Disney. Even though Disney bought Marvel, they had to negotiate with them to be able to use Tom Holland and keep the universe linear with what they were doing, because it is the first Spider-Man Marvel has wanted to pull into their universe. They literally was destroying their ability to do what Michael Jackson said because they were selling off the properties. Fantastic Four was owned by Miramax or something. They still don't have Fantastic Four back into the universe. And they have to pay to use the rights fees when they bring in Mr. Whatever the fuck the intelligent one name is. But Captain America was in Fantastic Four and it was a failure. All Marvel had been was a failure until the guy who owned 50% of Sony's music catalog when he died attempted to buy the MCU and turned it into what Disney did 6 years later. The same Disney who was failing at the time and was saved by Pixar and Steve Jobs. Mm-hmm. That same Disney who was failing again until the MCU popped off, and it allowed them to then buy ESPN and use sports to buoy their stocks. And then regional sports networks are crashing right fucking now. So look for Disney to fuck somebody else very soon. If you are in entertainment, look out. But the point is, it is no doubt in my mind Michael Jackson is responsible for the MCU. And on that note, I toss it to you for your response, bro. Michael Jackson and, of course, Wesley Snipes. Because without Blade, Blade is the first MCU movie to be successful. And it is what got the funding for Iron Man together. They went and got somebody who was a bad motherfucker, who was a star young, who had done dramatic roles, who they thought could cross over and be a version of himself as the star. That's what Wesley Snipes was as Blade. And that's what the bad boy, billionaire, playboy, asshole was Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. They were essentially typecast as themselves to be the stars of that. But your thoughts, bro? Mike Jack, who owned half of Beyonce catalog, who owned the Beatles catalog, who owned Jermaine Dupri's catalog when he died, was gonna own Marvel if they didn't hit him with the first allegations of touching children. I don't believe in coincidences, especially for Disney to come behind them and buy it. Your thoughts?
Yes, man. What they do to kids, man. Like, look at the kids, man. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't accusing Disney or nothing. That's Nickelodeon. They really on that fuck shit. But I was saying Disney markets everything to children. So for Marvel to be trying to recoup if they were about to be associated with Mike Jack selling the property to something that's catered to kids is a nice pivot. Like going vanilla milquetoast white quarterback Matt Ryan after dealing with hood ass nigga fighting dogs Mike Vick. They went the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What I was gonna say is, this is another additional thought to that. Who came before Mike in buying catalogs? Like, was he not the first person to really start copping catalogs like that? Because we see a run on it now.
Michael Jackson is one of one, and the simplest way I can explain it to you is Michael Jackson leveraged tour revenue for charitable efforts, like the Off the Wall tour. He donated $345 million of gross revenue to charities in Africa. He didn't take one dime of the profits from it. But other tours, he would spend every dime on buying catalogs and buying the rights to things. Michael Jackson, when he had stories pop up of him being bankrupt and all of this different shit, he was only cash poor. He was always liquid and fluid. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was always in that position. And it was his answer to why don't I own the masters to my own shit? It all come from me. Why don't I control my own career? And his death came as he was about to do the tour that would have got him out of debt and out of his contract with Sony. Free Michael is what they never wanted to see, because Michael, locked up, decided to buy all of the rights to everyone else who was locked up on the open market, because his shit was never going to hit it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
So he was waiting on the 25-year right of reversal, where as the writer, you get all of your publishing back. It was embedded in contracts, but most artists died before they ever hit they shit reverting back to them. Like Jermaine Dupri probably, so we talking 91, 92, crisscross. So he about 2-3 years from being in the range where he about to get the rights to all of his shit. And then 6 or 7 years from getting all the rights to Bow Wow shit. If Jermaine Dupri died before 2035, it's a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. Because he about to get all the Escape shit, all the Usher first album. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about this shit, so they don't even look at why niggas don't make it to 50. It's because they was hot at 25 through 30. They about to get their shit back.
Damn. Yeah, man. Forever grateful for that nigga Mike, man. Because I mean, you look at this,
but like, think about him loving children, being stuck in Arrested Development. Yeah. It makes sense for him to be the one who was Like, why the fuck haven't they done something about these comic books being put on in film? With where technology is right now, why isn't someone doing something about this? The man who built an amusement park in his backyard is the man whose mind that idea is birthed from, bro. That makes so much fucking sense. It don't even make sense how much sense it make for Michael Jackson to be responsible for the MCU. It makes so much fucking sense. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can see this nigga now just sitting in a tree with bubbles like, wouldn't it be so cool if Iron Man and Thor and the Incredible Hulk were all in the same movie and they're just tearing up real New York City? We put these fantastical characters in real situations and we have them save Earth. That sound like some Michael Jackson shit.
Yeah.
That sound like some Michael Jackson ass shit, bruh. But yeah, man, hopefully I just told y'all something that is a seed planted that'll make you go look into other things, and something we like to call the ripple effect. We won't make up any theories. We just give y'all the facts, and hopefully the facts will lead you to look for more facts, and the conclusions you make are yours. But Pete,
yeah.
Would you do me and the audience a favor? And your lineup look like it's dripping flavor this week. And the P testing out wedding barbers. Could you tell me something good?
Yeah, I can. That I will. This week's Tell Me Something Good is a personal story. We've been on some individual, collective journeys over the past several years, man, and working to get into positions where we're able to affect change and culture, especially in the world of art. And so this week's Tell Me Something Good is your dog was voted to a board of directors here in the H, man, that's going to, well, I'm put in a position to do just that, to do things that Mike was doing. Is to invest in and identify and invest in artists who are, who don't have the resources to bring their visions to a word we like to use is fruition. And they can work in collaboration with this organization to do just that. And so that's something good this week is the dog is in a position where he can do that. And because art is something that it moves culture. It's responsible for societal progress, economic development, and the evolution of culture, man. So excited to be in this position and excited to work with this organization in the city and abroad, because I think it's just going to be it's going to scratch the surface of what we're going to do as a squad, as a GSH squad. I just get to see the inner workings of how things are done and get a seat at the table and get to make those decisions on, what the world gets to see. And so we're going to put our nose and eyes and everything to work and all the skills and assets that we've acquired over the years. And we're going to do just the fuck that, man. So this week's Tell Me Something Good is basically on the board of directors. And we coming to a city near you.
Hey, BODP, that's about to be the first of two about to be on the resume. Shouts out to my G, man. And like I say every week, I'm going to say on behalf of myself and the Cowmunity, thank you for telling us something good. And whether it's opportunity, nutrients so one can grow, encouragement, investment, development, or a little bit of hooray. We here Gimme Some Headlines. Inventors of Bill Russell's NBA today believe that it is always better to give than it is to receive.